Okay, what's happening, man? How's your father love actually? Like,
Yeah, man. Father, being a father, ne? Being a
yeah.
father is great. I don't want to lie to you because I had an opportunity to have a father.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, my father passed away when I was 16 due to suicide. But at the same time, for me now, at the age of 43, I've got three kids, a daughter and two boys.
Okay.
And I love them so much that it's not only that because I was shown love by my father, but also I just took responsibility as a man to take care of my seeds,
Yeah.
what God has given me as seeds to birth. I think it's also a responsibility for me to look after. So I'm enjoying fatherhood so much because it's giving me so much pleasure. It's giving me so much joy to become a man that I am.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the reason your father suicide?
Honestly, I was 16. I was very young.
Okay.
I don't want to lie and say I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's over 20 something years now that I haven't found out exactly what led him to that. I just know that he had a little bit of depression, but it's not something that could have drove him to that. So in my discovery and in learning, the spiritual world as well, I realized in my growth that suicide is actually a spirit. It's almost like a demon. It's almost like you're hearing things in your head saying that you must do. I don't think anybody in their rightful mind can do exactly what suicide it's required of you to do, like hanging yourself or taking pills or whatever. I don't think anybody, has the audacity or rather has the balls to really do that. I just think it's almost like a spirit sent to you by the evil spirit, of course. It's a spirit sent to you. It's a demon that somehow keeps on, playing in your mind. And while you entertain it, you find yourself having to have done that. Um, I was suicidal at some point as well. I think 2015, 2016. I had about 48 sleeping pills, schedule zero. But then at the same time, obviously, I didn't die, of course.
Serious?
No. I mean, obviously I had those pills
Yeah.
with the aim to die, but I
Yes.
didn't. But I realized later on that I was saved by God because God wanted me to defeat and to break the curse of suicide in my family lineage. So so that's why there are people who take about 5 pills and they die.
Yeah.
So how come I took 48 and I didn't die?
And
So obviously on its own, it's when I saw the power of God that saved me from that. And automatically, I believe even now, no matter what I go through, no matter how much stress I can get in life, no matter how much depression I can get in life, I'm no longer suicidal. I just think about it to think, "Ah, I'm going through this, but I'll get over it. So I was really saved by God from that. And that was to break the curse of suicide in my family.
what do you want to tell to the people about the thinking of suicide and everything? What you can tell them? Hope in God and
Yeah, man. Like, I think the advice that I can tell people who are going through suicidal, thoughts and depression, learn to talk to someone. That's number one. But secondly, as well, pray. Prayer sometimes we think it's just but pray. Talk to God and tell Him what you're going through, and tell Him that you don't want to die. And He will. There are angels that are assigned to serve us. And when that time comes, I believe that those angels will come and save you. So learn to talk to someone. Um, Learn to just be true to yourself, and yeah, follow all God's words as well, and then He'll look after you.
okay, that's nice. I see you have a really good bond with your childrens. How
Yeah.
much you love your children actually.
Yo, I love them so much. I love them so much. Like I did mention, I'm a father, obviously, and being a father, having to be a man that I am, it has led me to understand that those are my seeds. Those those kids come from me. God has given me a power to create as well. So I created together with my woman. We created those kids, and that's how much I love them. That they come from me. So I'm looking after them the same way that I'm looking after me, basically.
Okay, that's cool. That's nice also. And in future, you want to be pastors?
No, 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 no. I don't want to be a
Why?
pastor. No,
What's
I
the
mean,
reason, man?
look,
Like,
look. I think we all got responsibilities in the world.
okay.
Some people we are all to preach God's word in different ways.
Yeah.
Like you are doing this podcast now. There are people who are singing. There are people who are preachers. There are people who are we basically carrying a certain purpose. And we all become a body of Christ. We all become a puzzle that we need each other. It's not all of us who's supposed to be pastors. But yes, the word through us, it's what we need to preach. But we're preaching to the people differently.
Yeah.
So I also believe mine was through, talking to people. I don't know what a position of a pastor is, like to stand in front of church or what. But I go out to the world. There are people that I speak to on a daily basis. And if maybe that's me being a pastor, then be it. But the title itself, it's not exactly what I, assigned for. But I really realized that basically it's just me being able to voice out and giving the people the message from God. So yeah, and through music as well.
Yeah, and how your music journey start, and what is the reason? What is your goal music industry in the music industry?
My music journey has started a long time. I mean, I was 14, 15, somewhere around there. I used to be a rapper, hip hop artist, and then I didn't know I could sing. And then in my church, International Assemblies of God, they introduced me to to the choir to say, look, lead the choir, start singing, and let's see how far you can go. And I started singing at that time, and then every time we're at church, I started leading the choir on Sundays, church conferences, camps as well. So we started also doing like visiting other churches and schools as well. So that's where my music journey started. But in 2002, that's when I officially started doing music. And then 2004, I was signed at a record company. I was in a group. So basically, it's like now 20 years almost, or 20 something years that I've been in the music industry officially. And this year, 15th of October, I'll be celebrating my music journey.
You've been to international about music stuff?
I've been African countries.
African countries.
I've been African countries. I've been to Mozambique. I've been to Tanzania, Zanzibar, Botswana as well. So I'm still looking forward to touring a lot of African countries. At the same time, international as well. Probably one day I'll go and grab myself.
So what is your goal actually?
My goal is for the world to hear my music, to hear my voice, to hear my message. And this is obviously me going on, tour, me going on international as well, me collaborating with artists that are like myself, like I just did a collaboration now with Vicky Sampson, My African Dream.
The female, right?
Yeah. She did a song called My African Dream, and now we just did a song called You Are the Light. So it's like our music is aligned. We're basically showing the world what the music is all about, and we're also showing the world.
You will give me the link. We'll just test the link and
I'll give you the link. Okay. It's actually on every digital store. But yeah, definitely. Last week, sometimes or 2 weeks back, we performed at the inauguration of the president in 2024. Nice. When they are inaugurating this government of national unity. So that on its own is part of my goals. So my goals they keep on getting better and better every day. So yeah.
Oh, your goals are coming near.
Definitely.
Day by day. And you believe in God that God is going to help us, right?
Definitely.
And second thing, don't you struggle in music industry?
The music
to get
industry,
gigs and those stuff, man. Remember, what I noticed, most of these clubs, they don't want to give you gig. What's the reason?
So my music has a message. I don't write mediocrity music. And I'm not
notice.
saying those who perform in clubs are mediocrity or
Yeah.
bubblegum or whatever, but there are people who are hit makers. Some of them, they are one hit wonders and all of that. And if you check even with how they operate, they'll perform at a club, or rather all the clubs that are available in Limpopo or Polokwane. But in the next year or two, they are out.
Yeah.
Someone else is
Take
in.
their place.
So I've been a different type of artist who doesn't do that, and simply because I wanted to have a staying power, longevity, to make sure that my message and my music stays long into the people. So performing in clubs for intoxicated people, yeah, they'll remember you that time when you're on stage, but when they get home, they forgot about you. So the music that I do, it's for people with sober minds
to
who are
heal their
sitting
soul.
there to heal their soul. One
yeah.
guy I finished performing, I think, is a man of 75-year-old. He said to me, "Son, you just fed my spirit. You just fed my soul." And I realized that the kind of music that I do, it's for people to be touched enough. Somebody comes to our gig, with certain problems, but when they hear us singing, they get healed. So automatically, the music that I do gets to be that kind of music that touches people. So that's my goal. That's what I like about. It.
You don't
The
worry
mu-
about the fame, right?
I don't like no. Fame. I still say again. I told someone today that fame is like a demon.
Yeah.
It's like a drug.
I agree with you. Yes.
Because other times you go to places and then you're waiting for people to scream at you, to scream for you.
Scream for you. Yes.
And then if they don't scream for you, then you find yourself, looking for attention in so many ways. And sometimes you're going to end up doing certain things that are, ridiculous, that you find yourself being a prey to the evil world. Because, like I said, fame is like a demon. It comes into you and it leaves you, and it comes into you and it leaves you. And at some point, I always tell people that before positions of the world, we are all human.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting with you here and then you're like a billionaire, and then I'm so much famous, I cannot even say to you, "Pass me that glass of water," because you think you're better than me.
Better than me.
Or I think I'm better than you. So, but if we sit here as human beings, I don't care how much you have, I don't care whose son you are, I don't care how famous you are, but let's sit as human beings.
Yes.
So that's why I don't get to be controlled by fame or money. Those are just some of the things that comes with the package, but it goes to some, but sometimes it doesn't go to others, and it's okay.
So whatever you're doing is just for your own satisfaction.
It's for my own satisfaction, but also for my purpose. Because remember, I told you we were born with a purpose. My purpose is to sing and change people's lives. My purpose is to sing and touch people's spirits and souls. So, as much as hard as the music industry can be, people get into things. They get into things that they don't even know what those things are, and then just because they want to chase fame and the money, but as much as we are born with a purpose of God to do what we are doing, the devil also has a purpose for his agents. And he approaches some and promises them these things. And when they take these things, then they end up doing these things because, you remember the word when it says the devil approached Jesus when he had 40 days and 40 nights of praying. And he said, "If you bow down to me, I'll give you the whole world." But Jesus answered him and said, God is a jealous God. God does not want people to bow down to, we only bow down to him alone, and when he said to him that if you bow down, whatever, I'll give you bread or something like that. But Jesus said, God's children, they don't only live by bread alone, but they also live by the word of God. So the devil didn't stop approaching people even that time. He continued approaching other people, and he's still approaching other people even now. But in a different way, because we are living in this world where we think there's everything that you see with your eyes, it's not as real as it looks.
Yeah.
There are certain things that are not real in this world, and in the industry of entertainment, it's worse. It's a
Was
spiritual world.
okay. What are you saying about the people who bad influence to the music?
Who?
Bad influence. They're influencing bad to the music actually. Like they write a script about devils and remember
No.
now a devil worship this.
I mean, to be honest with you, we cannot be judgmental as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is that everybody has his own day.
Okay.
Yeah. My mother used to tell me that there's no overnight success.
Yeah, there's no.
So there are people who write and who are bad influences on the music scene on its own. Vulgar words, things that they wear, how they dress, people that but the truth about that is that one day it'll come to pass that we know what the truth is all about. One day it will come to pass. At this point in time, I guess they are serving their kingdom. We will also serve our kingdom. So, but
Yeah, they're saying end of the day, even the mother and the father, they'll think themselves on the front of God when the
yeah,
judgment coming.
yeah,
They're not gonna even think of their children. They will
no,
think for their own
they'll
because
think
the
for
hell and heaven is there. Yeah,
exactly.
I understand that thing, and I think we have all the questions done, and we are right.
Thank
Huh?
you,
All
thank
right,
you,
thank
thank
you
you,
very
thank
much.
you, thank
Thank you very
you.
much. We are
On an
here
off topic.
on an off topic. Yeah, subscribe to my channel and tell us on the comment what you think about that. Right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm Matati Vocal, and this is,
Kashif, man.
and I am Limpopo. Thank you very
Sure,
much.
thank you very much.